Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your September reading. I've laid out the cards on the horoscope wheel, the cardinal axes. I'll clarify with another deck, and I'll finish off with one of two oracle decks. Let's get started, Virgo, with your overall energy for September, your birthday month. We have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is showing you making a change, a significant change to the sense of not having enough. And this is referring specifically to your relationships and your material circumstances. So there's a situation in which you may be replicating some conditioning that you've experienced in childhood or in your formative years, where you literally did not have enough, or it could be, as is the case for many people of my generation, your parents may have experienced a lot of material hardship, and as a result of that, the cultivation of resources, the maintaining of having enough was framed around an anticipation that there wouldn't be enough. So things were managed excessively frugally. There was always a sense of perhaps hoarding or saving everything, buying the least expensive foods and supplies so that they would last longer, in a way that wasn't always appropriate to the reality of your circumstances. You may have had plenty of comforts and security, but the sense of some anticipating a time when there wouldn't be enough is something that may be framing the way that you currently conduct or manage your resources now. This can also refer to being in a situation where you are not seen as enough, where whatever you bring to the table, you supply to a unit, a team, is not seen as enough, is not seen as worthy of support or acknowledgement. So this is a frame of reference that is now becoming clear to you, that you're carrying into quite likely a situation that is anything but deprived, anything but impoverished. But you may have that sense of a lack of freedom, a lack of generosity towards yourself, because this is the way that you understand the possibility of an impending disaster. In the first house, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is describing you being the recipient of some negative feedback. And this may be as a result of this sense of having to be frugal and extra thrifty with every single thing that you have access to. And that may have caused you to be labeled in a certain way, to be not seen in a way or not appreciated for the talents or skills that you did have, and an encouragement to do things differently, a kind of negative feedback or criticism around perhaps ideas or activities, behaviors, or talents that you had. You have learned you've changed this, you've impacted this by understanding that this kind of talk, self-talk or self-doubting has blocked you from things that you wanted to pursue. And that can be anything from a secure job, feeling secure in your employment, to a happy relationship or a comfortable home. There's a way in which you may have stopped yourself or been told by others that that wasn't for you. You're really learning that those are the problems of those that generate that kind of activity or language towards you. But you are clear that there are lessons to be learned from these people or these comments, and you are seeing how to pick your battles, select your battles in whatever relationships these relate to. In the fourth house, the house of your home, we have quite a different story here. This is you actually establishing a healthy, inspiring, communal environment where your loved ones, including yourself, are establishing a foundation of growth and expansion. This is being celebrated, and this may be as the result of changing this mind shift, coming out of a place where there never was enough, to understanding that, in fact, whatever you have is more than enough. And if it isn't enough, you can generate that abundance that you seek. But this is a real celebration of this foundation of growth, expansion, and a platform, a secure platform in your home, in your place, your community, in the place of your foundation. In the seventh house, the house of significant others, we find your empowerment, Virgo. The Empress is about your ability to generate abundance, to come up with new ideas, to find creative solutions by simply internalizing the principle of resourcefulness, so that you have mastered the art of taking what you have and generating abundance from that. Everything you touch multiplies. This is the symbol of the harvest. This is the symbol of equal give and take, reciprocity, seeding, sowing seeds and receiving the consequent harvest of that sowing. So you are in a place of owning your power, particularly through a significant relationship. This may be describing a partner that is empowering you to rethink, restart, re-envision the way you understand home, safety, and security. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the way others see you, we have the Chariot card. And the Chariot is actually a beautiful depiction of your pulling these two oppositional trends together, moving, instead of resolving this tension perhaps between past, your conditioning, and your skills and abilities to create what you want now, you are able to take that conflict, the energy of that, and move yourself forward quickly and liberate yourself into your own authentic space. You're no longer inheriting the sense of having to be the breadwinner and bring home the bacon, as opposed to living an abundant and prosperous life that may appear wasteful to others. Instead, you're carving your own path to your own unique expression that liberates you from this whole dynamic. And that is in finding your true independence, your ability to fashion your home, your identity, your relationships in any way that suits you, but with a firm knowledge that you have what it takes to be free. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Coins in the second house and the Two of Cups in the third house. You are doing a fair amount of evaluation and assessment of the path of your employment, effort, work, the way that you have been building your stability to date, so that you are clear and validated that you're on a path, a successful path, but you want to adjust the way that you work. You want to rebalance out your efforts with the rewards that you're getting so that it is maximized in some critical way. You're also taking this opportunity and balancing out these different pictures of home and security with a deeper knowing of who you are. by not bouncing back and forth, but by evolving in the way that you have. You've created this very beautiful, strong spiritual foundation for yourself, your loved ones, your family, your team, your home. You have come to learn who you are better. You've come to accept your potential self. You've come to stay in close connection and in order to respect and honor your gifts and skills, your ability to obtain things that are important to you. And this can be mirrored in a significant friendship. This can be with a peer, this can be with a family member, this can be a romantic relationship. But there is a partnership that mirrors, that reflects this deeper understanding and acceptance of yourself. The Four of Wands in the 4th house is clarified by the 5 of Cups in the 5th house and the 3 of Coins in the 6th house. The 5 of Cups is really mirroring in many ways the 5 of Pentacles. There's a way in which your story of love has focused in many ways on disappointments, heartaches, failures, and it isn't just in love as in relationships, as in marriage, but it's in anything that you create as a creative, pleasurable product, your recreation, as well as your creation. So this is in projects, the way you build, the way you see yourself as being uniquely empowered to offer something significant and unique. That is being currently transformed through your friendships, through your ability to communicate and share what you know. And actually, you're moving towards building something new. This can be a new project. This can be a new job or employment. Since it's in the 6th house, it can be a side hustle. But this is a project you're putting together where you are creating a collaboration among equals with unique expertise so that you are focused on elevating a product, a service, a project in a way that increases its value. This is something that you're really excited about. It gives you a new opportunity to employ your expertise along with other experts or others with a vast knowledge that is different from yours to create something unique. And so this processing of old relationships, old failures, in attempting to build up something that can be this kind of a project, it has cleared away this idea of regret or remorse or disappointment and helped you to recognize this ability, this relationship you have with yourself, this acknowledgement and respect that you have for your skills. The Empress in the 7th house is clarified by the 4 of Wands in the 8th house and the Temperance card in the 9th house. The 4 of Wands is repeated, and I'm sensing this is really strongly connected to your emotional foundation. This is not only about your conditioning as a child, but this is about the way you have maturely experienced this creation of an emotional and a spiritual home base, a celebration of that ability to gain and achieve the goals, the comfort, the security, and the stability that you have achieved. This is also helping you to accept the patience that it has taken to get here. This is a full circle of reimagining your comfort, your stability, and who you are. You have chosen the value, you see the value in education and in growth, in constantly expanding your sense of your home, your history, This can also be some kind of a cultural or ancestral celebration, something that you're continuing to knowledge about, or validation or honoring of a historical or cultural trajectory that you're a part of. So this has been, my sense is, for many of you, this has been a lifelong service, a lifelong path that you have pursued, and that you have diligently and devotedly, in your Virgoian capacity, devoted yourself loyally to the explication of this particular tradition, lineage, or heritage. The Chariot in the 10th house is clarified by the 5 of Coins in the 11th house and the King of Swords in the 12th house. And the 5 of Coins is a repeat from the beginning. So I'm really sensing that this is about your ability to export this knowledge you've gained, to export a product or something you've created, a service around this cultural heritage, around this ancestral lineage that you have worked very hard to expose, to honor, to dignify. And you're doing that because of your ability to convene a discourse, to participate in a discourse around this, and also your desire and willingness to facilitate the discussion of the ideas that this contains. This has a lot to do with the migration of people, the movement of people through the world, or perhaps specifically into your world, into your specific area of expertise, perhaps. But you have the ability to take a bird's eye view of this motion, this history, this cultural language, and to explicate it, to lift it up so that it becomes visible. There's a greater understanding that you are giving to the narrative. I hope this is clear. This is very significant of some very important work that you're doing. If this resonates for you, Virgo, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the love and support that you give to me. And overflip the top card, which I will take. Service. I feel good when I can help others. I hope this is helpful to you, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.